Howdy, this is a salesminder tutorial for account executives, and this is about printing your account list. I start off with this tutorial very near the beginning of all the tutorials you want to watch because one of the first things you're going to want to do is find out who's on your list and what you're going to do with it. So by the end of this tutorial, which should only be about 2 or 3 minutes, you'll know how to print your account list. You can follow along with me or watch this once, try to do it yourself, and then watch it again if you can't do it. I'm going to log in as Bozo the Clown. That's a fake account executive I've made up, and it has some random accounts, so there's no real personal information that another salesperson has in here. So alright, we pop up at the company's database screen, and what we have going on here is a place where you can enter information about all the different companies you deal with, who their account rep is, and what type of business they are, who's at the business that you can contact, like who's your contact person, and you can browse through all the different companies. If you look at this browse screen right now, what you see is there's a huge number of companies I can browse through. What we're going to do is select a small subset of that huge list that's yours. And we do that by going up to the File Select. And you see we have 4 options here. All companies, that's the option that's preset that we just saw where you see tons of companies. Then there's the companies for Bozo the Clown. That means we only want to look at the companies that are assigned to Bozo the Clown. Then there's a new selection, which is kind of advanced material, and advanced selection, which is so advanced I don't even know what it means. So we're going to click on companies for Bozo the Clown, and boom, something just changed, and it's that all of a sudden a red number appeared here, and it says 11 companies selected. And as you can guess, Bozo the Clown only has 11 companies assigned to him, and that's why that appeared. If we click Browse now, all of a sudden we have a much shorter list, and in fact there's only 11 companies on this list. So what we find is that we have selected only Bozo the Clown's list. And the way we can tell when we've selected only Bozo's list is we see this red number pop up. If we go back and pick all companies, there's nothing here. And we browse, there's just a ton of companies you could pick from. If we go back up and choose Select again and choose only the companies for Bozo the Clown, right there, all of a sudden that pops up. So this is how we isolate just the companies that we have. Now we're actually going to print a report that shows all these companies. So we're going to go up to the report window, and we're going to want to see a master company listing. I'm sorry, a company listing. Master company listing shows everything. We get a window up here, I'll delete it out, that looks blank. This is the form window. Typically when you have a form that you want to print out or a report that you want to print out, you have to pick the variables, and don't let this intimidate you. The only thing we're going to pick here is Bozo the Clown. So this brings us to the list of every salesperson, and we can hit T, and it takes us right down to the T's, and we have the Clown Bozo, and we're going to click OK. So now we're going to look at all companies owned by the account executive Bozo, and we don't care about anything else. So we click OK. This brings up the print screen, and we can take a preview of what we have. And we can zoom in a bit. And we see, boom, here's a company list. We can print it. Click OK. You can set it to the right printer. You might notice that it says 1 to 99999. Don't worry about that. That's a bug in the program. It doesn't mean you're going to print out 9,000 copies of something. So it prints out for us, and there we go. We're going to quit out now, and that is the end of this tutorial explaining how to print your company list.